Hello everyone, welcome to Joe Consume Cinema. I'm your host, Schrodinger's Helly, and today we have Severance, Season 1, Episode 5. So last time, we got the cliffhanger ending of Helly trying to commit suicide. It looked like she was going to strangle herself to death with an extension cord, hanging herself from the elevator, like opening the door and then, latching the cord on, tying it. The elevator door then shuts and, goes up and it pulls and, chokes her out. So I'm just not buying it. I do not think they would introduce that character only to kill that character right off. My predictions for, TV shows and movies are like 50-50. I'll be honest. Half the time I'm right, half the time I'm wrong. It's not exactly a great track record, but I do think that in this case, she's going to be around for a while. I also think that my theory that, there's a lot more going on there with that character is absolutely the case. So, like, the character traits of this person is like defiance, very willful, strong, outspoken. And yeah, I honestly think she's a plant sent there by whatever group was working with Petey to, try and undo Lumen. The Severance program is evil. I think it's pretty clear at this point that you can come to that conclusion. The moral implications are pretty severe. You saw a little bit of the bias there when Helly got that response from her out person. Very clear, I'm a person, you are not. Like, you have no control in this situation. It's very much a master-slave mentality, and yeah, it's disgusting. I think it's pretty clear that Lumen is evil. The Severance program is evil, and yeah, that's where we are right now. And honestly, I just want to get right to this one, but before I begin, I just have to remind everybody again of the plan. So the plan is to do the entire first season, get it up as a reaction on the channel, and then every season starting from season 2 onward will be up as a Patreon exclusive on Joe Consume Cinema Patreon. Now, you don't have to be an actual member to view any of the episodes. You just have to sign up as a free member, and again, that is literally a 2-minute process. Just sign up via email. It's not hard. So if you're ever seeing any of these videos, going through season 1 and then you get to the end and be like, why did you stop or anything like that? Well, it should be pretty obvious because it's going to be in every single video that I talk about this plan, and also I'm going to put something down in the comments, so yeah. I'm just trying to draw more traffic to the site, sign up more members, even as free members. It all, boosts the metric, helps things out a little bit. It's all geared towards channel growth, and honestly, I don't think it's that much of an inconvenience to ask people to sign up as free members. It's literally less than 2 minutes. It's nothing. So yeah, with that, let's just get right to the episode. Oh shit, she's actually in the elevator. She's making it so her Audi self is getting hung. Oh god.
Ellie Lee?
Yeah.
Jesus. Help! Help!
God damn it!
Oh my god. Is she okay?
She's still alive.
Mark, get in the elevator.
Kelly!
Get in the elevator!
Is she okay?
Oh god.
Judd?
Mr. Scott, you have a good evening.
Will do.
I wonder if they're gonna let her leave. Yeah.
Is she alive?
She's in the hospital. She has severe bruising, but thankfully no permanent damage.
So you're letting her go.
Helly's Audi has no intention of resigning.
But she almost died. I mean, she doesn't want to be here.
And she will be back at her desk in a few days.
Is that enough time?
This happened on your watch.
They're really gonna blame him for this shit? Okay, there is no way the outside person would be like, wow, my inside person... These terms are stupid, but you know what I'm trying to say. There's no way they would be like, oh, whatever, they tried to commit suicide. You're going back to work tomorrow. Like, it's just... There's no way. There has to be more going on.
My failure to break into the literary world in my 20s was devastating. It taught me a vital lesson, that it was not me who was wrong, but literature itself.
Oh, God. This writing is horrible, but again, the simple act of it being something outside for once is revolutionary to them. A different opinion.
Bullies are nothing but bull and lies.
This writing is fucking terrible.
Ask if it's truly you that must change, or the system.
Full synaptic coupling. Peter Kilmer's memory was reintegrated. We should celebrate.
Why?
Headed to the birthing retreat now, so please come, Mark.
Book?
We left a copy of his new book on your doorstep.
I definitely haven't seen that. I mean, it must have been stolen or something.
Unless Mark gets unsevered, there's no way he's ever going to find the book again.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
I'm another pregnant lady. I'm from over there.
Thank you for narcotics. I made friends with the richest lady in baby camp. Quiet, but she was nice.
You remember the businessman?
Oh!
When she sees you, it's important your eyes be kind.
Not really, dude.
You're okay.
Oh, God.
If you want to focus on looking for happy numbers for a while, that's fine. Do you want to talk about it?
He just doesn't get it.
It would not me, though, because I already contributed the idea. It's only fair.
Miss Casey.
I'm here to observe Heliar. I'm to watch her for signs of sadness and verbally encourage her to forego further suicide attempts. Upon request, I can also perform a hug.
You know, I've been exhibiting signs of sadness. Could I get one of those?
No.
Did you get all that?
Are you upset?
No, I'm peachy.
Irving is tripping. Maybe having the chip inside your brain for too long causes brain damage itself, and that's what these hallucinations are that he keeps having. I don't know why the black ink, though. It's pretty random.
I have to go to O&D.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, Irving. We must have sent this print job here by mistake. You weren't supposed to see this.
What are these?
Nothing. A joke from Miss Cobell.
It's the O&D crew, isn't it?
Nothing like that could happen here.
It's proof. It is ironclad proof. Milchek says it didn't happen. And why would one department physically attack another?
Because with 7 people, there is a lot that they could do to us.
I could ask.
Your new friend who lied to you about the size of his department?
Also, I think I called Christopher Walken's character Barry. Apparently his name is Bert. My bad.
You ran a 266 on Irving B.
I thought it might dissuade him from spending so much time with Bert G.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying something new with Miss Casey. Keep it between us.
She put makeup to hide the bruising.
Please describe for me your time in the restroom.
Oh, no. I turned and...
Heliar, you have to come with me to distribution supply.
That's okay. I can watch Heliar while you're gone.
You know, I go to distribution supply all the time, so I could, if you...
Well, that's one less horrible thing.
Realized I haven't shown you where we keep the extra pen caps.
I'm good, thanks.
Shouldn't go anywhere without Miss Casey.
I might get to her. The hell is he doing?
How are you doing, Helly?
Did you make up the pen caps to ask me that?
I just wanted to talk.
I'm really bad, Mark.
I've been trying to recreate it on my lunch breaks. I thought maybe if we work on it together, we can...
I'm not your new PD.
Who's looking for you? Well, I was... Ah! Dylan! Oh, my God! What are you doing?
He was coming at you!
Let him out!
Let him out!
Let him out!
You saw that painting? You want to get disemboweled today? Hey, where's your friends? Plural.
Where the fuck are we? I told her I wanted out and she told me I wasn't a person. My own self told me that.
And that's horrible, but don't focus on her. What do you want? In here.
It's for her to wake up while the life drains out of her and to know it was me who did it.
What the fuck? Is that a baby?
Why did you lie about the number of people in your department. We don't trust you guys.
You, the king of fucks, don't trust us?
I do. People just talk about MDR, stupid old stories, jokes even. They say you all have pouches. Like to carry young? Yes, according to some. You each have a larval offspring that will jump out and attack if you get too close. The larva eventually eats and replaces you.
Are you sweet on this guy? This guy's O&D who are duplicitous snakes to a one.
Oh, it's a sheep. Why the hell is there a sheep?
You can't take them yet. They're not ready. But get the hell out of here.
Relationships beyond the platonic are frowned upon anyway.
Why do they have a copy of that thing?
Get away from him.
Dylan, what?
You lying fuck. He claims he doesn't know about this painting. Meanwhile, it's sitting right there on his shelf.
That isn't.
Irv, we need to go now.
It's not the same.
What?
Look at the badges the Raiders are wearing. That's not O&D, Dylan. It's us.
We've never done anything like that. Why the hell would there be two versions of the same painting?
The bosses are purposefully fucking with you. In one, OMD is painted as the enemy. That gets sent here.
I know you don't want to be here, but I'm glad you are. I'm sorry that this is the best I can do right now.
If you give me the map, I'll clean it up.
Oh, hi, Miss Casey. We were just heading back from our mental health walk.
The surest way to tame a prisoner is to let him believe he's free.
They're from MDR. They're friends.
Took some time just to gather my thoughts, so that was episode 5. Like I suspected, someone intervened and, prevented Helly from actually, finishing the job. I originally thought that she tied the extension cord onto the top of the elevator door so that the doors would close. And then as the elevator rose, she would be pulled, upward with it and then eventually, hit the wall or the ceiling or whatever and then just be pulled by the neck until strangled. No, she tied herself in the elevator, let the doors close, and then, got lifted up and got choked that way. Every time they get in the elevator, they have that moment when, I guess, the chip activates or whatever, and it switches over from the outie to the innie. She made it so that her outside self was the one being strangled to death in that moment. And then, Mark intervened, and that other guy, that security guy, whose name I forget, also showed up and actually untied her. Mark just lifted her up so she wasn't being strangled at that moment. She was out 3 days, came back. Yeah, they actually blame Mark for that situation, even though it's clear that, it's just the nature of this place. I'm still convinced that Helly is the one person that doesn't make any sense to be here. It's just in the character. Way too rebellious, defiant, and it just doesn't make sense for that type of person to end up in this place. Now, again, we don't know what the situation actually is, but it just feels off to me. So yeah, I'm going to go with Plant. She was sent here by whoever the people are that are trying to take down Lumen. I think she's one of those people, or she's working with them. And that's why the outside self is so adamant that Helly stay here, even went so far as to, threaten Helly. I'm a person, you are not. So Helly comes back and she kind of gets babysitted by Miss Casey, who's like the resident therapist almost, like HR person, but it comes off as super creepy and weird. Mark sees that, she's upset, so he knocks over his coffee onto the handbook to try and get rid of her for a little bit. They go on a little walk, and they're walking down this long tunnel, no lights, and all of a sudden there's this baby sheep, or lamb or whatever, and there's this guy literally feeding these baby sheep. Very weird. I don't know what the hell that was all about, but I'm guessing that's going to come back at some other point. But yeah, that was just very strange and out of place. There's so much of this place that is unexplored, and the bosses were talking about how MDR and OMD were, talking with one another, and that's a potential problem, and we should be concerned about that. So one of the things that slave masters used to do, right, is forbid reading, because a person that can read can, start to figure things out, think for themselves a little bit, gain some level of independence, gain some knowledge that doesn't come from the master, and that might not be the type of knowledge or the specific information that they want them to know. And they're doing a very similar situation here. They're trying to keep them in the dark. They're trying to keep, the different groups suspicious of one another. You saw the scene where they're talking about all the stupid rumors, how O&D thinks that all the people from MDR have these pouches. It was this really stupid story, but these fantastical rumors that are obviously not true. And it was pretty clever how they used that painting, like they baited Irving into seeing it. And you can tell by the badges. In one picture, it's O&D attacking MDR, and in another picture, there's MDR attacking OMD. I might be screwing up these acronyms, by the way, but I think that's right. You know, they're trying to sow discord and division to make it so the sides don't work together, because that's a potential threat. They might figure a way out of here. They might join up and rebel, that type of thing. So, yeah, the situation that the bosses have with the workers here is very much master-slave relationship. They purposely keep them in the dark. They want them suspicious and fearful of the other groups. They don't want them to look around or do any exploring or map out the facility or anything like that, because that information might be used, you know, at some future point to escape, you know, form a little rebellion, anything like that. The show is still fascinating. It's just, I'm not really sure where we're headed just yet. You see that Mark is, you know, struggling with this knowledge that Lumen isn't the company he thought it was. You see how Mark uses it to avoid the trauma of losing his wife in that car accident. He did confront it like a little bit last episode. He visited the actual site, but for the most part, he's just avoiding it. And that's, you know, why he keeps going back to Severance, because he wants that 9-hour period where he doesn't have to think about her. But yeah, another really good episode in the book, posing more questions, but also shining some light on, you know, the overall situation. It's damn interesting, really enjoying the show, and honestly, I just want to get right to the next one. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.